Okay, I'm about to just go for a bit of a walk around and get the gimbal ready. So I'll just sort of show you the troubles I find when I'm putting the gimbal together. The start off, it's quite easy. Out of the box, you just need to charge the battery, which is actually in the handle. And to charge the handle, you do need to clip it into the actual gimbal, which just has a lever lock and then a USB-C at the back. And then there's an actual battery indicator down here. So first thing I do is I always use the extra extending handle tripod, because it's actually quite nice just to have that extra stability as well. And then you bang, plonk it on a flat surface. They've got a few locks here, 3 locks for each axis. I just unlock and then place them to the spot where it's meant to go. And on the side, I have purchased a couple of attachments, which comes with, I got a shoulder strap, because I'd highly recommend a shoulder strap if you're going to use it for an extended amount of time to reduce a lot of the strain off your forearms. Because even though it's not too heavy, it's still going to, so then you can sort of have a bit of weight on your shoulders instead. And then you can sort of also hold it more stable as well, because you have sort of an axis to work off. This is a bit loose here, so I always have little attachments around. Oh, first try. Make sure that's tight, because obviously you don't want that to go anywhere, but also I don't want to thread it. So this is good, it's got the quick release, this one. It's a small rig one. I can link that as well below for you if you're interested. It's nice, it's got a bit of padding and it's got all the attachments on the side here, but I got an extra adapter to go onto the actual gimbal itself. And it's got a side plate, got a slide plate here with an extra bit just to height, because sometimes the lenses will hit when you put this on. It won't actually sit correctly, so you put this on as well to give it a bit extra height, like so, and that'll slide in. And now I actually don't have another camera, so I might attempt to use my phone. How about I'll actually attempt to use my phone and see if that ain't good enough quality to show off how I do it. Okay, so we're recording with the phone. We'll see how long that lasts. So what I'm going to do here, I don't have a second mirrorless camera, so I need to use this one here. So on the bottom, on the mount, that's when we put the slide plate on. So first I put on the little adapter, which gives it a little bit of height, so then the lens won't hit. And then I just need to get my little multi-tool out. This is why I use a multi-tool. So I've got a flat blade and the multi-tool, which I use a lot to tighten this. So it tightens up there. And then I put on the quick slide plate. And it'll depend where you put this, it will depend on the size of your lens. Like so. Okay, first off, you just want to get it on there. Lock everything in this place, and it will slide on from here. And you want to have it in the mode which is turned on, because the lens actually comes out when it's on. So that's going to create weight forward, which is going to affect the weight of the balancing. So you actually do need to have it on, because that's when the lens is out, if it's a lens which does extend. And first off, I like to do the weight distribution of the up and down way. And all you do, you want to make sure it's balanced, like so, and see if it also holds sort of like the 45-degree angle like that. It's not fully holding, so I might do a slight adjustment. Like that, holds, and then lock that in the spot, and then unlock the other one, that's fully going. So the same knob, without try not to, the best thing is this side bit, which actually, if you lock that in the spot and if it comes off, at least you know that it's like the reference point. Loosen off the nut again, and this time, instead of forward and back, it's the side. Just keep doing the same thing until it's balanced and it doesn't fully you can sort of hold the spot as well, if it's holding it. That's the best way you know, when it's actually just holding the spot without moving around heaps. And you can tighten that fully and then lock that one. And the next one is this here. So what you want to do put it forward, as long as it doesn't just go like that, fully rotate heaps, and then you can do a slight adjustment and just play around with it. I think the more you use it, the better it is. Sometimes you get the advice like off me now, but the best thing is just to keep practicing, because you'll feel it and you'll know, you'll see it move one way and you're like, oh yeah, move the other way. That's the best bit. And the more you do it, the faster you get. A lot of people don't like this out of the box because you can't just use it out of the box. You do have to know what you're doing. So there you go. And then the best thing about it is I have this spare phone, my old phone. It has an app which tells you if you've done a good job, and it calibrates all the motors to make it as energy efficient, so it doesn't use the batteries as fast and it doesn't push the motors as hard, because it's going to have some problems if you don't get it balanced properly. Because you can make it sort of not balance well and it may still work, but it's going to really be pushing the motors to the limit. So what I'm going to do, there's an app on here, DJI Ronin app. I'll try to show you up on here. So here you just want to connect to gimbal, allow, okay? And then on the gimbal, make sure everything's unlocked. So you want to unlock all these, because it's going to start moving, and if it's locked, it's going to jam up. Not going to like that. So make sure it's all unlocked. It should be balanced now, so it should sort of sit there. Turn it on, you hold down the on button for a little bit, it makes a bip, and then it will sort of go into a middle position. And now I should be able to connect this. When I connect the gimbal, you can see a gimbal here. It's got a password, so it's got a default password on there. And then I think I'm connected. So you see here, you can do a balance test. So when you press the balance test, it literally tells you, there's a lot of tutorials in the app as well, which helps out with all these balancing techniques. So it just wants to have an angle of more than 15 degree angle. And then it's going to do some funky things to see if it's balanced. And I'll show you what it says afterwards. So you just angle it and then begin test. It's not liking it right now. One sec, because it's not much. Let me calibrate these motors, one sec. So right now it's doing like a shake, and that's when it doesn't like that it's not balanced well. I might go quickly into the motor parameters and do an auto tune, because it's on the main screen. There you go, motor parameters and auto tune, and it will do some quick tests. So it's doing some shaking, sort of shakes the gimbal around, and hopefully that will fix. So remember to do both of these. So it's changed a lot of my settings around my original settings. So I'm going to go back again and do balance test. So these are the things you go through first time using it. So don't be alarmed. It's not a full grab out of your bag, use type of tool. So it's on an angle, press begin test on your phone, and you can see it now. Now it's smooth. It's going to do all these different movements and see how much the motors have to work and see how balanced it is. And it's going to give you a rating at the end and tell you if you should try to rebalance it. So after doing all that, it came up here, excellent for the pan, roll and tilt. The technical words for what I said before, forward, back, left, right, okay, and it's good. So I've done the motor parameters, so now it's not shaking around crazy, and now it's good to use. And what I do, I put the shoulder strap on, and then I hold it like this, and I can hold it out like this. So having the shoulder strap's nice because you don't have to put all the weight on your forearms, and you also have a bit more control as well. It's nice. There you go, selfie mode. There we have it. We've got a balanced gimbal, and we're walking outside in nature right now. And right now I don't have the trigger in, so it's not going to be 100% stable, but it should be somewhat stable now compared to when you record with a camera without anything. You'll know the difference. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope that helped. I try to give you a bit of a realistic insight to setting up a gimbal, because sometimes we don't really get that. It's not easy. It's definitely not always easy. Like actually right now, I'm struggling to get myself in frame, and that's not the gimbal, the camera's fault, that's my fault. But yeah, thank you very much. And I'll see you guys next time, or next video. I'm gonna do a few different videos, I reckon, out here. So have a look. Catch you later.